Stu's Antiques and Collectibles, and we buy and sell stuff for our 2 antique booths in Maumee, Ohio, Maumee Antiques and Plaza Antiques in Lincoln Park, Michigan. And we are up in the Lincoln Park area, and we're heading to just get ready to park here to go to Daily Deals. It's a bin store up in Allen Park, Michigan. Today is dollar day, and we're kind of a little late, but we'll see what we can find. So here we are at Daily Deals in Allen Park, Michigan, and it's dollar day, so we're going to go in and see what we can find. So here's the inside of that bin store, and I've been here before and done quite well, but it's, like I said, dollar day today, so, and it's kind of a little bit later in the morning. We should have been here a lot earlier, and there would have been a lot more finds, but we did get a few things. So the coolest thing is when you come on these days when their things are ending, you get to see all the new stuff that they're putting out. This is all the new stuff they're putting out for Saturday, and I believe it's $12 on Saturday. Man, there is some really good stuff here. I wish I lived closer because I would be here every Saturday morning, believe me. So this is a really nice store, so make sure you check it out. So this is a few things that we got for $1. Nothing spectacular. I know it's dollar day and it's later in the day, so it's amazing we got anything. These joy signs come from a company that I bought wholesale stuff at. It's kind of like reproduction antique stuff. And let me tell you, even though they're not that fancy or anything, this stuff is really expensive wholesale. In fact, I had to stop buying from it because of it. I got me some travel earplugs. Those are normally $12, $13. Got them for $1. And then I got a shirt to sell at the mall. So that's brand new. So that was our finds there. So we're gonna head on out to another store. There's one in Inkster, Michigan we're gonna check out, but we have to see if it's open. So we're gonna come along with us and we'll check that out. So we ended up not being able to go to the bin store in Inkster. They were actually closed today, but we went to Motown Thrift store, and I've heard a lot about this place. Motown Thrift. So today they had various different sales going on. They have 75% off, 50% off, and seniors are always 25% off, I think during the week anyways, which is great because I'm a senior, so why not use that? So this was a really big thrift store. They had tons of purses. That purse there looked pretty good. It was $5. And, you know, I didn't think about the 25% off, but that would have been a pretty good deal, but I ended up passing. Most everything I passed on, it's because I couldn't triple the price for the antique booth that I have. But for buying for myself, there were some really good deals here. I think this would be a great place to kind of watch because the sales are really good. I mean, 75% off would be awesome if you really were in here quite often. So we looked around at the purses and the various bags that they had. And I did find a couple of vintage ones. There was a silver one. I kind of have an overabundance of purses right now. And in fact, you'll see in my next video, I do a whole display with vintage purses because I have so many of them. I need to get rid of some of them and lower my inventory. That one was really nice with the flowers on it. It was newer, but that was really super cute. So you see me kind of finagling with it, trying to get the price here. So, yeah, that was a little bit too much for me to spend also, but nice stuff. And then we looked over in the smalls area, and there was some Christmas stuff left over. And I always check that out because if there's old Christmas, I'll buy that any time of year. This was a nice little statue. Had a lot of little flower petals. It seemed to be okay, but those are really hard to find that are in perfect condition. If there's one little chipped leaf or something, then the price really goes down substantially. So a lot of times I just start avoiding those types of things. And here's some more bag lot type deals with holiday stuff and some flowers. And lots of vases with plants, fake plants and whatnot in it. And this is the wood items, signs, and lots of home decor. That was kind of pretty. But like I said, if I didn't buy it, I was probably not able to triple my price on it. That's what I usually have to do when I put it in the antique booth. Or I can't really make much of a profit by the time I pay my rent and all the other expenses that go along with being in a booth. So we got lots of home decor, lots of pictures. I looked through the clothing. I always look for vintage clothes. I look for clothes for myself even too. But I kind of scanned through the dresses. Dresses seem to sell the best for me with the vintage clothing and even with the newer clothing. I have several dress forms in my booth, and dresses seem to be my best seller. Now and then I sell shirts and pants, but I typically stay away from skirts and pants. They don't sell as well as the dresses. So we definitely had to go through all of these. And I kind of look for the old style of fabrics. But something attractive also. I mean, it can be old, but if it's not attractive, people are not going to buy it, whether it's old or not. That one has some interesting beading on it. I think that was too new. And that was new too, even though the fabric looked a little bit older to me. There's a brand new dress. That's pretty. And here's some more dresses. They had quite a lot of dresses in this store, which was awesome. That one was kind of neat with all the beading on it. I wish I lived closer to some of these stores because I would be definitely there more frequently. But it's a little drive for me. It's probably about a 40-minute drive. Here's lots of glassware. They had a ton of clear glassware, which I don't buy a lot of. Now and then I'll buy it if it's depression. That was a nice old picture. But the colored glassware seems to sell the best for me. But I will look through it because you never know. There might be something just really cool that I have to have for the booth. But they had a long shelf full of it. That was a nice old glass basket. A little bit too pricey for me to make a profit on. But on 75% day, that would have been really good to get. And the golf clubs, I have had golf clubs. I do not do well at golf clubs at all. Maybe I'm not getting the right ones. I'm not sure, but I stay away from those anymore. And this is the Capri Dot pattern by Hazel Atlas Glass Company from the 1960s. That was a nice piece. Just 2 glasses, though. I like to have at least a set of 4 if I'm going to sell glasses. So let's see what else we have here. Some green glassware. And that was a nice old pot. And I passed on that mainly because of the price. It seemed like everything that I wanted to buy was the normal price and not the sale price. So I think there's lots of dealers that probably frequent some of these stores. So, but if I was there first thing in the morning, I bet I would have done a little bit better. Oh, that's a nice elephant. But a great big store, boy. I wish I was closer, like I said. I debated on that elephant, but it was actually a little bit too modern. And here's a piece of Fire King. It was only $1. Man, that's a deal. But then when I further looked at it, it had a little nip on it. What a bummer. Little chip. And it's really important that you check all your glassware and all your pottery for damage because it really substantially lowers the value of it. People really don't want chip stuff or broken things or cracked things or anything like that. They kind of had it color coded here, which was nice. There's some milk glass vases there, but they're not, I typically stick with Westmoreland or with Fenton. Otherwise, I kind of steer away from some of the other milk glass that's more newer. And here's a whole bunch of board games they had. Those were kind of cool. And some silverware, kitchen utensils. And here's some more glassware. I'm actually looking for some cups that match my Corel set, but I haven't found them yet. But I'm bound to find them one day in my searching. So here's a nice variety of coffee cups and glassware. And that's the clear version of the Moroccan amethyst pattern. But like I said, it was just saucers, so I can't do much with that. I'd be better off to have a set or a partial set. It's hard to sell just a stack of saucers. They don't have a lot of value to them, so I'd have to get them really, really inexpensively to make a profit on those. And here's some, this little shot glass was kind of cool. It had a lot of nice painting on it with a little horse. That was neat. I probably should have picked that one up. That probably was a mistake. A lot of people collect shot glasses. But nice, like I said, to have a set, though, of like 4. Then it would have been a little bit easier to sell. And here's a piece, and I cannot think of the name of that pattern, but if you know, put it in the comments. I've seen it before, and that's I think they call that one bubble. It's kind of like a version of boopy. So if I got the names wrong on that one, also let me know. And I found some bag lots of toys. And there's a nice Polly Pocket. Polly Pockets sell pretty good, but they got to have the little people in them. You can't just have the outside. It sells much better with the little characters in the inside. So I went through all these toys because you all know that I've been dabbling in toys and pretty heavily these days and doing quite well on them. When I changed that display in the previous videos to toys, I've actually done quite well on those, and I was very pleased how that went. And one of the viewers gave me some advice to wait a few weeks into January before I changed it. And that was good advice because I sold a ton between Christmas and New Year's. So thank you for that advice. There's a nice bag here of lots of goodies. A lot of these bags were almost $9, $10. So you really have to find some decent things in there. It's not like you're paying $2 or $3. You can kind of take a chance. You really got to look at them and find several good pieces that are worth the bag a lot, because there's lots of little junky stuff along with some good things mixed in every one. And there's a Winnie the Pooh. He's pretty cute. And here's some other baby toys. And that bag kind of looked good. I was debating on a lot of these bags. I did end up getting one bag of toys because we have a baby we're taking care of these days, and I could use some more toys. So this store would be great, like if you needed things for your house. Now Chewbacca was kind of cool, but he was $3.98. Not a bad price because I would have got 25% off, so he'd been $3. That would have been a good price, actually. Probably should have picked him up because, of course, I love Chewbacca too. He was neat. I looked to see if he was an older one, and he was more of a modern one. If he was something like from the 80s, I'd have definitely picked up on that very quickly. Here's another bag of goodies that I kind of searched through. And lots of toys. There was a big variety. It was definitely a good place to go for toys if you collect toys. And more bag lots. That's a nice one there. Looks like some good rattles. And that's the one I end up buying. That is a nice bag full of toys. With a good variety in it. For personal use, though. And then I went through the stuffed animals to see if there was anything real collectible. There was some real cute ones in there. And here's the electronics that I went through. I don't typically buy electronics. I'll buy like clocks and things like that, but I don't buy like kitchen electronics or computer type things. I don't know enough to do well on those types of items. And look at all the books they had. There was a ton of books. Now you could spend an hour just searching through the books, and they were really cheap. And we have some DVDs and VHS tapes and stuff like that there. If you're looking for those types of items. And overall, this was a great store. Look how big it is. I will definitely come back here, check it out. So this is the only thing I got at the Motor City Thrift Store. It's a big bag of baby toys. As you know, we're taking care of a family member, and we could use some more toys. So this is more personal use. Although I did see there was a couple Disney things on the bottom. I paid $6 for this entire bag. So I don't know if there's anything really valuable, but it's useful to us. So that was a good buy for us. Actually, this goes to a big toy that I have. So yeah, there's a couple little action figures in there too. So I don't know if those are worth anything, but Anyway, $6 for all those toys. That's not a bad buy. You pay that for one toy. So that was a good deal. So we're heading to another bin store. I don't know what day this is there. It might be Dollar Day. We're going to go check it out. We haven't been up here in a long time. Here we are, Good Deal Bins. I've been here before and did really good with clothes here. So today is actually Dollar Day. So we'll see if they have anything left. So I was mistaken here. I thought it was Dollar Day because I didn't see the zero. It's actually $10 Day. So well, let's go in and check it out anyways. So here we are at Good Deal Bins. So I've been here before and I reaped on clothing the time I was here. It ended up being $10 day and we were a little bit later in the day, so a lot of the really expensive stuff had left. But they still had a decent selection. This is a smaller bin store, but I kind of like it because it's not so overwhelming as some of them. Now, all the clothing in the bins there, even if it's $10 day, is $1 a piece. So you just can't beat that. And then the clothing on the racks are $4 a piece. So for clothes, it is great. And we kind of went through everything. We didn't really buy anything today, but if I had needed clothing, I would have definitely walked out of there with a large bag because the stuff was quite nice for the price. You just can't get clothes that are brand new for $1. My goodness. That's like a garage sale price. You can't beat that. So we kind of searched through all the bins here. And there was a variety of electronics and toys and whatnot. Like a treasure hunt. The lady had mentioned someone found a $500 item in there earlier that morning. So there was always some goodies that are great treasures. And here's some more of the overall and the clothing on the side. Clothes there are $4 on the racks. And so thanks for coming along on this rainy day in Michigan. And this is Lou from Lou's Antiques saying goodbye, and we'll see you again. Bye.